wage a war, wage a war, wage a war. We wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war, wage a war, wage a war. We wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.
We waging war on mediocrity. It ain't no friend of me. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, bringing you again another edition of these hits high intensity trainings. And this one shall be no different. Go ahead and let your mama, your cousin, your grandmama and them know that the motivational teacher to the masses just has gone live, and he's not going to be live for long. If you would please like, share on YouTube, ring that bell, so you can get these videos as they come. As you all see, I am sporadically hopping on here at different points in times throughout the day, throughout my life, versus having one long motivational Monday. I'm going to start bringing content more often, and this is my attempt at that. And it really helps me when you all share this, you like this, you help other people find this content, because, man, I think it's real bad to be selfish with this word that I have. And one reason why I've started coming on a little bit more frequently, because I think it's selfish for me just to sit on this word I have. So if you would, let's help spread this to get this message. What's up, Rod? Thanks for joining us, bro. If you would, holler at your boy if you out there. I'm seeing the eyes add up. What's up, YouTube? I see you out there. Holler at your boy. But please share this with somebody. If they don't grow with you, they can't go with you. But for a brief moment tonight, a very brief moment, I want to talk about being clear-minded. Have you ever made a decision that you know was wrong? When you decided to snap on a person because I just felt like they deserved it, or when somebody did you wrong, you knew in your heart you did them wrong, but you did it because you thought they deserved it. Have you ever been angry and used a word or profanity that you wouldn't use in the past? I was listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Nephew Tommy called this Christian, a real Christian, and it was a usher in the church. And this lady said, I ain't no cusser, but you about to send me there. And about 2-3 minutes into the prank, she was cussing him out. Why is that, motivational teacher? Why do they make those decisions, motivational teacher? It's because their judgment has been clouded by their emotions, and we're not making clear-minded decisions. Anytime emotion clouds your judgment, there is the opportunity to make a decision that could hurt you in the past. Have you ever been turned down for a promotion that you thought, and you had choice words for that person, whomever it may have been, that got that role that didn't hire you? Have you ever been in a position where you thought someone had stole some money from your bank, or somebody you loaned money to didn't pay you back? How did you handle that situation? A lot of times we move into those situations in an emotionally charged environment, and we react nothing with what we know. Oh yeah, I'm gonna break bread today. I am going to break bread today. Why is that, motivational teacher? When we make emotional charged decisions, it costs us manifestation. It costs us results in our own life. Like there has to be a standard that we adhere to as a person. I know things go wrong. I know our emotions tend to run high, motivational teacher. I know. What is an emotion? An emotion is when you have a thought mixed with a feeling, it creates an emotion. A thought mixed with a feeling, it creates emotion. And here is the most challenging part. Most often, the feeling that we have, we connect a present thought to a past feeling that creates a present emotion. A lot of times, most of our emotions are rooted in something in the past that may or may not have happened. Like, a lot of us have anxiety over things that might happen based on what we've seen in the past, and we have anxiety over the future when our past is already behind us, and we're worried about the past. We're worried about the present. We're worried about the present based on past situation, based on past conversation, based on past emotions. And we're in our present life having emotional breakdowns about something that happened in the past that we pull to the present. Oh, I'm breaking bread right now. If we never learn to control our emotions, it's hard to walk in the best that God has for you. Like, I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of studying on emotional intelligence. One part of emotional intelligence is self-regulation. The main person I heard one person said true strength is in being able to regulate yourself. It's being able for me to have Anthony manage Anthony. That's true power. True power is you being able to manage your emotion in a negative charged environment to where you set your standards, you put your foot in the ground and say, I don't do these things, and you choose to react in a way that's conducive to what you believe about you. Contrary to what you believe about you, you know, we grew every time I was growing up, somebody say something, get out of my way, I had to pop my nigga, I had to let them know, no, you're acting, you're behaving from a past experience that's creating future negative results for yourself. We got to start being more clear-minded in our decision makings. We got to start being more word-based or more faith-based in our decision making than we are environment and past. Oh, I'm breaking bread right now before I run in this gym. Y'all see the buses behind me. They should be coming to stand outside this car and get this information, because this stuff is good for changing your life for the better. They ain't gonna teach you this stuff in schools. They ain't gonna teach you this stuff at work, because this stuff teaches you how to be a leader in your own domain. When you start thinking clear-eyed and you're not just thinking about eating today, I say most people make bad decisions in the present moment because they're too caught up in what happened in the past and in this moment. But I'm telling you, there's a level of living where I'm so clear-minded, I make more decisions about where I'm going than where I am today. I just broke bread. Some of y'all missed that. Some of y'all missed that. I max out my 401k. Why? Because I'm concerned with the future. I max out my Roth IRA. Why? Because I'm more concerned about the future. Motivational teacher, you drive a regular car. Yeah, motivational teacher, you live in a regular house. Motivational teacher, you ain't Gucci'd up. You know why? I max out my 401k. I max out my Roth IRA. Why do I do that? Because I ain't concerned about what y'all think about me. I ain't concerned about what somebody think about me because I drive a Bentley versus a Tahoe. I'm not concerned about what somebody think about me because my wife drives a Mercedes, a big Mercedes Benz versus the car she drives. We're not concerned about what people think about us. We're clear-minded about what our future holds. Our future holds financial independence because I'm able to sacrifice what I want today for what I want in the future. I'm clear-minded. Oh my God, that's a bread-breaking moment. Some of us have never experienced financial freedom because we're trying to impress people that don't care for you anyway. You're not clear-minded in your decision making. Your mind is being clouded. It's noisy between your synapses because you're worried about what somebody thinks about you. You're worried about if you pull up in your putt-putt, what they gonna say about you. You worried about if you ain't eating from the best restaurants, what they gonna think about you. You worried if you ain't showed up Gucci down, what they gonna think about you. I'm telling you, that's not clear-minded. That thinking comes from a spirit of poverty, and it's probably rooted in your past somewhere when you didn't have something and you wanted something, and I couldn't get it. So now I decided that I'm gonna have whatever I want. It's rooted in fear, it's rooted in unbelief, it's rooted in a lot of failure. Until we change that stinking thinking and be more clear-minded in our decision making, you'll never be able to inherit the promised land. Some of us are walking around the desert 40 years because we never changed our mind. And we're not clear-minded as it comes to making decisions in line with where I want to go, not where I've been and not where I am. I just broke bread. I just broke bread. I'm not making decisions based on my today. My today, I might not have two nickels to rub together. I'm not making decisions based on my today. Right now, I might not have a business worth anything, but I'm not making my decisions. I'm clear-minded. I know what resides on the inside of me. Greater is on the inside of me. I'm making decisions from those places. I can't be insecure about what God has given me. I mean, your insecurity is part of what drives your self-regulation, which is huge, huge in your emotional intelligence. You got to eat tomorrow. Come on, Q. Most of us only care about the meal today. If you only concerned about your rob, cheat, steal, lie, and do all those things, if your only goal is to eat today, you're gonna lie, cheat, steal, and you're gonna make decisions from a mindset of lack and insecurity and not be clear-minded, and your mindset just to eat today is going to cost you food for the next 20 years. My goal is to leave an inheritance for my children's children. I live from that premises. You know in Atlanta, when you in Atlanta, you gotta have this kind of car. In Atlanta, you gotta have this kind of house. In Atlanta, you gotta wear these type of clothes. Most of these folk that y'all see on the Housewives, and most of these folks y'all see on TV, these folk living in borrowed houses. They live in rental car. They drive in rental cars, and they doing all these things to personify a lifestyle that they don't even live. And most of us out here are comparing our lives to their fake life, and we're only living for today. We're not clear-minded about what I need in the future to execute the dream, to execute God's plan for our life, and we'll make a decision in line with lack and fear. And I'm telling you, that's not clear-minded. I realize some of us grew up so poor that we didn't have a choice. We couldn't make a decision about what to eat. That we had to make a decision whether we were going to have running water, or whether we were going to have lights, or whether we were going to have gas, or whether we were going to have power. I realize some of us grew up in that situation, but that situation didn't have to grow up in us. It's time for you to start opening up and be more clear-minded. Part of the process in my last video, part of the issue is we can't articulate what we want from this world. We can't articulate what we want from God. And the reason why we can't articulate it is because I'm only looking for my daily bread. And you already know your daily bread is sustained by your Father. But some of us are so consumed by this daily bread that we forget we got something else, that there's something greater. Give us this day our daily bread. That we forget that we got something greater that this day brings to us than just our daily bread. Man, you got to start being more clear-minded. You got to start incorporating more thought into your decision making. You got to start incorporating more of what God said about you in your decision making. I can't stop and throw rocks at every dog that barks. I forgot who made that quote, but I can't stop and throw rocks at every dog that barks. I got to be clear-minded in my decision making. I can't go online and argue about every person that don't like what I say or don't appreciate what I do. I ain't got time to be arguing with everybody on social media. I saw my sister went in to somebody was talking about AJ about this, that, and basketball. She was going in. I told her, I said, let them folk have their opinion, because we gonna be so big that we ain't got time for convenient distractions. We focused on getting better. We focused on the process. We're focused on the ultimate outcome. What they say don't make me. What I believe about me make me. So the moment you let yourself out of people prison, you can attract everything, honestly, that truly belongs to you. Clear-minded decision making. Somebody get in there with your boy. Clear-minded decision making. I ain't worried about lack. I ain't worried about all this stuff that most people do when they're making decisions. I'm clear-minded. I'm so focused on where God is taking us. I'm so focused on denying my flesh today. I'm so focused on taking up my cross and following him daily that I ain't got time to compare myself to the Joneses. I ain't got time to compare myself what I'm wearing to what somebody else is wearing or what I'm driving. Hey, this is my daily bread. Give me this day my daily bread. And I'm excited about the season of my life I'm in and what God has done for me, because I know that greater is on the other side of this discipline. Greater is on the other side of this discipline. I wake up every morning with a skip in my step, knowing give me this day my daily bread. I ain't out looking for it. I already know I got it. So I can focus on what we're building. I can focus on what we got coming in the future, because I'm not so concerned about that daily bread. I'm telling you, man, the most important real estate in your life is the 6 inches between your ears. The moment you start owning that real estate, the moment you start being clear-minded as it relates to making decisions, is the moment you experience true freedom. Who's the Son set free is truly free indeed. You're never free until you own your own mind and you own your own thinking. I just broke bread. Some of us, our lives have been hijacked by the environment we grew up in. It made us emotionally charged. It made us have a spirit of poverty. It made us believe in lack. It made us even, we are the same people I'm talking. We went to church every Sunday. We pray, ask God for a better life, and yet we go home and the light still might be. Our environment made us that way. We got to get to a place where I can get clear minded and make decisions from a place of gratitude, from a place of I can do all things, from a place of greater resides on the inside of me. And the moment we start doing that is the moment where we start changing our lives for generations. And I know you possess the ability to do it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting here listening to your boy, the motivational teacher. And only people that are future facing listen to me. People that want to pit a party and want to cry. It's just been so hard my whole life. Them folk don't stay here long, because I believe we all got responsibility for our life. I believe we all have responsibility for our life. People that want to pity party, want somebody to pat them on the back and tell them how bad it's been, and tell them it's okay for you to live in poverty. It's okay for you to beat your wife. It's okay for you to cheat on your wife. It's okay for you not to want the best for your kids. It's okay for you to be mediocre. No, they ain't gonna stay here long. I am anti pity party. I think we all have the ability to self-regulate. The first person you have to lead is self. And until next time, I am challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.
It ain't no